Welcome back to TSO. This is SPIRITUALPANTHON versus Oscar. We've got EOSD versus LOLK. This will be a really interesting matchup. It's the upper bracket of, is it A and B? I'm not sure about the actual group letters, but two very, very high-level players. Each had a 1 miss in the previous bracket there. So it'll be really cool to see how that plays out.
Oh, yeah.
This
is the match to see. If you only had 1 match, you were able to come.
We got. It should be interesting just to see the. I guess they'll probably be sticking with the same shot types as before. I think Spirit was using Roby. I know Oscar was on Marissa.
Yeah. Also, Oscar does not have Marissa IHNN, so it could be his chance to get another IHNN run done for the first time and have LOLK all-shot IHNN complete.
Yeah, and I believe he'd be. Is it the 4th person? Like, very few people have LOLK all-shot.
Oh, yeah.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, I'll check.
In case people here are not aware of the stakes that we have in this match, on the left corner, we have one of the highest rated South American players of all time and the leader of the Brazilian Touhou community. And on the right corner, we have the strongest Western Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom player and one of the best players in the world of the game right now. So it's our Oscar player.
I believe Oscar also has a world record currently in. Last I checked, Racing and Reimu as well in this game, so very, very high.
Yeah, he has LNN in 3 of the 4 shots, and currently holds world record on 2 of the 4 shots.
Alright, so checking right now, yeah, I believe Oscar would be the 5th person. Is it 5th? 6th?
Yes, 4 people have currently all-shot IHNN in LOLK, and yes, I checked as well.
Yeah. So we would be seeing history basically. But we'll see if it plays out like that. Of course, 2 very difficult games as well. They're both known for being very, very, very volatile at times.
Let's just go to slides.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, this is the upper bracket of the Touhou Survival Open. This is still a playtest tournament, so there's still some things being worked on, the metrics in particular. But if you've never seen Touhou or unfamiliar with Touhou, it's a shoot 'em up made by Zoom, Japanese developer, known for just very captivating music and really insane patterns, as you'll hopefully see in a second. So this is like 1v1s basically, so 2 players matched up against each other. This is a 1 credit format tournament, although in this case we'll be seeing 3 credits, I believe, or sorry, up to 3, depending on how the game goes. It's a best of 3 single shot. Yeah. Yeah. So each run, player chooses their shot type. There's a different miss penalty for different games, different shot types. Obviously, you want the lowest end penalty. So each miss will award you with a certain set penalty. Each bomb, which I don't suppose we'll be seeing from either of these players, is the first one is considered 2 misses, and after that it's considered 1. But that isn't really relevant in this case. We're probably seeing no bomb from now on. And of course, the player with the lower penalty score wins. So yeah, as I said, this is a playtest tournament. We're still kind of tinkering with the metrics a little bit, so things are subject to change. If you have any feedback at all about whether one run should have won or not, or just kind of how the metrics are going and whatnot, definitely feel free to leave that for us. It'd be very much appreciated. We are still kind of working on it. Yeah, these are the results so far. So, Spirit versus Oscar, and then the winner of this round will play the winner of last round, the one we saw I think yesterday night for Canadian time, which is IZNZ, or I'm not sure the acronym, but Izunazomi there on you can see at the top.
Yeah, for me it was 8:09 in the morning, and I commentated that match.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I can't remember whether it was like 9 p.m. for me or like it's an off time, but. And then so these matches are the best of 3 credits. In this case, best of 3, or sorry, best of N credits. In this case, it'll be best of 3. Each credit gives 1 point to the winner, and yeah, whoever gets to 2 first, or in this case, if we see each player get 1 credit, they'll do 1 more, and that'll be really interesting to see. I'm curious about how the matchup will go. Like I said before, both these games they're known for having a bit of volatility. Like with Marissa Solo, specifically Laser Hell is known for being just very inconsistent, very, very difficult. EOSD, of course, has a lot of really challenging patterns as well. There's books and a lot of patterns that can throw some really disgusting walls at you if you get unlucky. So,
yeah, very interesting. This is the match to see. Both of these players are sharp as a knife, powerful and consistent.
Also note that SPIRITUALPANTHON does not have an USD LNN, so this match could be a chance for him to get a first LNN category as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Neither of these players have LNNs for the shot type that we're at least expecting to see from them.
Yeah,
I don't suppose we'll be seeing like a different shot type from either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, despite qualifying as the #1 seed on this part of the bracket, Spirit has a very tough match ahead of him if he wants to actually win. Oscar is definitely the favorite here, but you would be a fool to count either player out here. You cannot call this match until it's time for the handshake.
Yeah, because of these games, both of them are they're difficult to say the very least. Very, very hard to get consistent.
It would be funny to see Oscar playing against Adedoj in losers bracket round 2, since I would expect such a match to be in the grand finals.
Yeah, it's a real possibility, but also Adedoj and SPIRITUALPANTHON will be 2 of the favorites to win the entire thing, down and out slightly earlier than expected. But you two, as we still have time, what do you think of this matchup of games then, EOST versus LOLK?
I think it's kind of fitting. It's like they're both they're known for being not the most consistent at times. So it's kind of, say we saw like SA versus LOLK or something like that, right? It's like a game that's on the higher end of consistency. It's just, it's interesting because obviously, player skill plays a very, very, very big role, but we'll also likely see at least 1 or 2 instances where fate kind of plays a part in it as well.
No doubt.
Yeah, so we're getting the match pretty soon now. It'll be just 10 seconds away, so sit back, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, enjoy the matchup.
Let's do this. Okay, both players are up. We have LOLK Marissa on Oscar's end on the right, and on the left we have SPIRITUALPANTHON using Reimu B on EOSD.
Yeah, let's see if Oscar dies to stage 1, chapter 2 for some reason. It's unlikely, but stuff could happen.
Yeah, the stage is known for being kind of a pain sometimes.
Yeah, well, stage 1 on EOSD, it might be easy, but this stage is frankly sometimes a little bit of a mess. But I'm sure that the Spirit can definitely pull through this. However, Oscar has one of the hardest stage 1s in the series ahead of him. But thankfully, due to the Marissa being such a hard shot type in LOLK, he starts already with a 1 miss advantage as far as score goes.
To be fair, stage 1 boss hard carries the difficulty of stage 1 overall.
Absolutely, yeah. Most of these sections are possible to get very, very consistent at. This mid-mount is fully static. The next one is safe spottable. So it's likely we'll see some scoring strats from Oscar as you're seeing a little bit already here.
Oh yeah,
saw a lot of that in the qualifiers as well.
That's a flex. He's showing that he is here and he's ready to win.
Yeah, this is a sign of someone who is very comfortable with a game that they're running.
Kind of interesting. If we saw Marissa LNN here, there's a very good chance it would be the highest scoring Marissa LNN.
Yeah. Well, as far as the two players go, there's kind of a fundamental difference in philosophy here between Spirit and Oscar. Oscar is far more of, he has a main game. Spirit, he's far more of a generalist. He has LNNs in so many of the games.
What was his, do you know if his most recent LNN was?
Ooh, his most recent LNN, I believe it was Sanai, actually, at the start of the year.
Oh, interesting.
Because Spirit,
he spins trap for Oscar.
Yeah, Spirit has LNNs on PCB, IAN, MOF, SA, TD, DDC, Hisefis, Wabauk, and
Alright, Oscar is heading into the most dangerous pattern of the Seiran boss fight.
Oh, he had to make a little bit of a jump there, but let's see. I trust him. Oh, wow, he's kind of doing a little funny, but let's see.
These just terrify me so much. The movement is just so quick.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, yeah, that was,
why is he doing this?
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
Oscar, not like this! This is too early for this!
That was the least confident I've ever seen Oscar being on Seiran Spell 1 in this whole tournament. He didn't even consider going for the scoring strategy.
That's
too
true.
Too wobbly. He's probably not warmed up yet with a play like that. Let's see. Be careful here with this safe spot.
Yes, but Oscar is still in the lead.
Yeah, what do you guys think of using the safe spot in an environment like this? Do you think it could go wrong?
For me, it does go wrong sometimes, but I'm a much less experienced LoLK player than Oscar is.
Oh, what was that, sorry?
I think that FamilyTeam was referring to Seiran spell to safe spot, and that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah, that one's usually very consistent. Unless you run into the boss, you're usually perfectly fine.
Yeah, I usually fail that by missing an input, but yeah.
Yeah, occasionally what can happen is...
Here's the lack of one here on Journal Opener! This isn't the hardest thing, but it absolutely can just randomly chunk you if you let it! Oh, good! Now the hard part is over. Let's see Oscar get some of his confidence back. He needs it back immediately. Thankfully, well, if this can well, what do you think of the difference in length between those two games? USD is the second shortest Windows game, only in front of MOF. Meanwhile, LoLK is by far the longest. How do you think this affects the match?
It's definitely, it turns into kind of a match of attrition in some ways. Like, well, specifically, like very heavy on endurance for Oscar here. Of course, by no means does that mean that make USD any easier. They're both very, very challenging games.
Also, I would say that LoLK is more packed with nasty section that you could get a miss on. Meanwhile, USD has fewer nasty sections, but the few sections that USD does have can be really, really nasty.
Very bad, and they're all, yeah, like you said, packed very, very tightly together. Whereas, like as we saw earlier, just a little while ago from Oscar, there's definitely no shortage of threatening patterns, even in stage 1 and 2.
Yeah, the thing about USD is that it has patterns that are pretty much guaranteed misses at any level of play.
Yeah, except if you have like USD or Shotland and have like, I don't know, 50% cap rate on books or something crazy like that.
Oh, 50 on books is a tough challenge. Okay, Ringo time on Oscar! Now, wow, this is a tough stage 2 boss to have right now.
It's hard to difficult, particularly Nons 2 and and Lunacept are the main threats here, but anything could absolutely kill.
Yeah, the ball is on Oscar's court right now.
Yeah, Ringo's spell 1 is static based on Ringo's position, so it isn't a huge problem for Oscar. Meanwhile, Non-2 can be pretty awkward.
On2 can be very hard. Yeah, it depends a lot on where she decides to move. We've seen very good movement so far. We want her to keep alternating like that. Yeah, that's going to be a microwave.
Well, Marissa's performance on LoL-K bosses is actually pretty solid, isn't it?
Oh yeah, she melts them pretty well, yep. It's mostly on stage sections where she really suffers. That's where most of the extra difficulty from playing Marissa comes from. That and not having Runa's hitbox.
Let's hope that Spirit doesn't die to mailing Midnon again. Come on, man.
Oscar going into down 3 now. We'll be seeing Lunacepts pretty soon. This one is mostly static aimed. It shouldn't be too big a threat, but Lunacept, the pattern we'll see immediately after, is a very, very big threat at any level.
Absolutely. When Everlasting got his LoL-K IHNN at the start of the year, he got stuck on this pattern for 4 hours the morning he got it.
I've noticed with LNMs, yeah, it often comes like... It seems like suddenly you start to suffer on early game performance, like the day you're about to get it or something. Maybe it's just me. I guess it's not just
absolutely.
me.
LoL-K has such a nasty early game. It absolutely can and will happen. However, Spirit is now on Mei Ling, one of the first true hang-ups of EOSD as far as RNG crits go.
Really too familiar with EOSD spell cards. What are the main threats here? What are we looking out for?
Oh, the entire second half of the fight after Non-2 is very dangerous. Dreamvine, also known as Yumekazura, is a very crit-heavy spell. It can just absolutely wall you if Mei Ling decides to go low. Non-free is absolutely a threat if she's also low. However, you can set it up on Dreamvine so she doesn't end up there. Let's see, Dreamvine. This is the first real threat of the run. That's good movement, actually. Oh no, don't KO her here. On the bottom right is the worst. Yes, good. This should be easy then.
And
on
both the players have got past some threatening patterns at the same time, with Oscar being on Doremi Midnon.
I mean, not fully static, so I wouldn't expect to see a death there from Oscar.
Mei Ling semi-final, absolutely a very hard and very unstable pattern. Oh, this is in the lane. Oh, well, he got away with it. That's good. Yeah, great cap. This is slightly easier than the previous pattern, I believe, but you really have to watch out for the red crystals. Very curvy and very spammy pattern. Oh, please stream. IHNN is a stage 4 on Spirit's side. Great.
Now that's just the average USD LNB run.
Yeah.
For now.
More
look at that scoring on Oscar's end. He's literally... at least I'm very happy to see his confidence seems fully back.
But will Doremi Non-1 shatter that confidence? We're about to find out.
It's a very, very scary pattern to be coming up on. Probably arguably the worst in LoL-K for consistency, although perhaps not when you factor in Laser House since Oscar is playing Marissa, but nonetheless a very, very threatening pattern. For those of you who don't know, there was a coding error with Non-1 that Zoom made, where he accidentally increased the rotation by, I think, a factor of 10. And the result is the second wave of the pattern just comes out as a complete jumbled mess. It is very, very RNG heavy, very, very difficult.
Books. A slightly below average books pattern. Oh, that's a miss.
That's rough.
Hopefully not on double miss territory. Oh no. Good. Well, not double miss, but there's still Koakuma. Don't underestimate Koakuma.
That was rough.
Oh yeah, I missed the non-1 on Doremi's end. Is slightly predictable. Both players kind of sadly missed on two of the hardest patterns in the whole game.
Well, at least it evens out since they missed at the same time.
Yeah, but sadly, Oscar already has the miss lead thanks to using the hardest shot in one of the hardest games.
So, is that That was kind of rough movement. We don't want it to go too low here, or else non-2 can get kind of bad. You can see he's timing out spell 1, so she hopefully moves higher, but she's not being very cooperative. This could get a little bit scary for non-2.
Zero, and that's a miss in the final second! I cannot believe this! How did this happen, actually? Really?
I thought I thought that Oscar was just flexing and doing spell 1 over and over again for Graze.
I think he was trying to get Dormy to move up a bit higher. You can see this pattern's getting kind of tight now. You want it to move up before it.
No, this is not it's not like this is unexpected, but it is very unfortunate. Dormy is absolutely wrecking him right now.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, how much power does he have? It's 2 power.
2 power, yep. This could throw off. Well, okay. Fortunately, from his scoring experience, Oscar has a ton of experience with Dreamcatcher, not low power, but dodging it for a long time. That should come into play here, since he definitely won't be getting up to very high power.
So how's dodging this on free power, okay?
The issue is you don't want it to move right, and it gives her a lot of time to move right. She's being cooperative here, but if she goes too far to the right, it can get very, very tight. Okay, she's being pretty nice, so that's good.
Now Spirit is up to Patchouli. Patchouli with Reimu B has the second hardest roster of spells in that she can possibly have. She starts with which will be soon seeing Bury in Lake. Let's see, this is a decent. And this wave is doable. Very aggressive movement here on Spirit's end. And it is a cap. Congratulations. Nice going, Oscar. I believe you can get this match back on track. And now for Spirit, we have Green Storm. This is not an easy pattern whatsoever, please. This is basically like budget Sylphie Horn, but budget Sylphie Horn still has a heck of a budget. Water Elf. Water Elf is tough.
At least it's on high rank.
Yeah, it's slightly less dense. However, on lower rank, generally sometimes the bubbles actually combine, but it is denser on lower rank.
Yes, this a weird game because low rank is supposed to make the game easier for players who are struggling, but instead it makes the game more difficult in some key sections.
Yeah, in some key sections it's easier, on other ones it's harder, on others it's just different. Megalith is a very different pattern on low rank. It's denser, but it is objectively much easier to dodge. So, we'll see. We're about to see Megalith right now on max rank. This pattern is very infamous, especially with Reimu. Reimu does not have the speed to deal with this. This is a pattern you absolutely want Marissa instead. He's dealing with it very well, aggressive, but well.
So far, so good. Got push up. Oh, that's a good micro.
Nice bubble phase. And that's a Patchouli IHNN. That's big. 1 miss out of stage 4. Okay, now both players are on some relatively quiet sections of the game.
Oscar using scoring strats again.
Yeah.
This must be consistent. Yeah, this is aim, so it is consistent. It's just terrifying from the perspective of a non-scorer.
So yeah, I'm actually very interested in how. What do you think of the mentality that this causes? Him showing off all of this. Do you think it's actually helping him? Do you think it raises his confidence or what?
It's probably a comfort level thing. He has so much experience with scoring. These strats might just be more familiar, especially for patterns like that where it's fully static aim. Like you can execute it with perfect consistency. So it could just be a matter of playing to his strengths, his comfort level.
Spirit, I think he kind of messed this up. Actually, no, he was barely fine, but it could have gotten messy with the wall fairies. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, the voice in our head tells us that it's a strategy that Spiritualpanthon does.
Okay, we have Sagume.
Close to the wall.
People sometimes joke Sagume is the easiest boss in this game. What do you think?
She definitely, in terms of consistency, she is. I was always frustrated when people said that when I was at like a kind of beginner level in this game, but definitely, yeah, at like an LN level like Oscar's at, Sakume is the easiest just for consistency. All of her patterns are fairly, they behave in the same way, a lot of them are static.
Funny how
I wouldn't expect
works,
to see a death anywhere here.
Please don't miss to this pattern, Oscar. You rascal. You're the canny cat, don't be the uncanny cat.
5 miss out of stage freeze already uncanny can, but Oscar is trying his best.
Yeah, that's how well K is sometimes. We saw that with just the very unfortunate Dormy RNG there. Difficult
one
and
miss
bad
to
movements on
Sakuya on Spirit's end. Wow.
A very good Sakuya could seal the deal.
Yeah, definitely. But Sakuya is the hardest stage 5 boss in the series. And we start with Non-1, one of the hardest Nons in the series. Oh, that wasn't the way, but sure, you got it.
That looks so uncomfortable.
Oh, Spirit, don't. Good. Now don't die to this again, please.
And Spirit isn't doing the safe spot strategy for the first wave.
I generally don't do that either. Spirit, come on. Do the right thing. I'm not too worried about Oscar right now, but he's about to enter stage 5.
This is good positioning. Because Naruto will have like, how should I say, the bullet spawners move off screen, so less kunai bullets appear on screen.
Spirit, you can do it, great! But now, sadly, Oscar is at the Dragon's Den, the longest stage in the series, and probably the hardest too with Marissa. You really need homing here, but sadly, Marissa is out of luck.
A lot of these first sections are still fairly route heavy. It shouldn't be the worst, but as we get to the second part of the stage, you'll see some very, very evil sections.
Oh, okay.
Healing Doll! Come on, Spirit! This is a good first wave, optimal first wave. Come on, nice misdirect. This should be 4 waves. Oh, no, actually, it might be 5 with this movement.
Very clean dodging though, I'll say.
Wow, that's a good Sakuya movement RNG.
Amazing, KD. Nice handling, great RNG. 1 miss into stage 6 for Spiritual Panthon.
Meanwhile, we're coming up on the really, really difficult sections for Oscar here. Laser Hell in particular is known for being really terrifying, but all these sections are very, very bad. Not this one though, this was just in.
Holding my breath out for this. Yeah, this one we shouldn't see any surprises here, but now the video game really begins. Let's see, Oscar.
Yep. Oscar had a 1 miss in the earlier the matchup, I think 2 weeks ago, last week, and it was to this section. Very rough RNG on this. We'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, blue.
You get very tight when you approach the edge of the screen.
Ever.
Good so far. That's good. Very good.
Nicely going, Oscar. Very well done. But now Spirit is on the most unstable pattern in the whole series.
Oh, that was rough.
Oh, thanks, Sakuya Midnon, and now Ethical Meek. Ethical Meek.
It's looking good.
No, suck.
And
nicely done, Spirit.
And Spirit avoided the train wreck.
Oscar on Laser Hell right now. This is probably the most difficult pattern in game for Marissa. Let's see how it plays out. This part, you just basically sit in the middle and pray.
Alright.
This part's where the dodging comes in. This gets very, very disgusting.
Yeah, oh my goodness gracious. But now Spirit is up to Remilia. When are we going to have a discussion about Junko versus Remilia?
At least Remilia Non-1 isn't at low rank because Mick cap. But yeah, 1 more miss and Oscar is back in the lead again.
Yeah, but Oscar is not through the thick of the game and neither is Spirit. Nice YDL cap. That's great momentum.
Oscar going into Minefield here, another very difficult stage 5 pattern.
And do you know the other name that people give to Minefield nowadays? Brazil!
Brazil, yeah.
Thousand Needle Mountain.
Yeah, Thousand Needle Mountain.
Don't underestimate Thousand Needle Mountain. This pattern can absolutely suck. Great. Now non-free, the meme non. But now we have Clown Piece, the enemy of all normal level players.
These nons get very threatening on Lunatic. You can see these get very, very, very tight, especially with bad movement like that.
I believe it. I believe it. Should be.
Oscar is handling very well.
One more wave. Excellent handling.
Hell Eclipse is a nice little break.
And Spirit
on Spirit. Come on, Spirit.
Come on. Let's not die to Bubble Non. Let's not die to Bubble Non.
This is not easy, but you did it. If he's on the other side of the screen, we should probably see another rain wave. We'll see. Come on, rain isn't terribly difficult. Okay, yeah, another rain wave, but no bubble stream too.
Oscar on Clown Piece non 2 here, another very threatening non. Good movement so far. We want us to move up, not down.
Optimal movement on Remilia. Come on. This is no. Please end this now. Great. Some good damage too against Sokyo.
Also, never mind. I did the math in my head wrong. Spirit is still leading with that Meister miss.
Okay. Against Sokyo, a very difficult pattern. Nice hop.
Very, very good. Very good macro.
Spirit, you can pull it. Yeah.
Oh, that was so awkward.
That was a little tight.
Oh, goodness gracious. There is a luck element to this pattern. It's inevitable.
It's a cap.
Gensokyo cap. Let's go. It is a free miss for Spiritual Pantheon. Sadly, Oscar lost this one, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that is 1 point for Spirit now.
Oscar, you might as well press escape Q at this point.
Nah, no way.
Okay,
no way. We're seeing this match through. Also, that's a very solid Clown Piece. Clown Piece is like well, she's a harder stage 5 boss, but not necessarily one of the hardest.
I would say she's up there. Her nons can get very, very mean.
I expect Oscar to be following the current ending since he did the same thing when we played the same match.
Okay,
Yeah, congratulations, Spirit. That was a great run.
Oh, Oscar. I see that Oscar is apparently. What do we see here?
This is just a testament to how different the length of the games are. We see Spirit finishing his run just a little bit before Oscar's finished his stage 5. The difference between the. Okay,
Alright, Oscar is quitting.
Yeah, Oscar concedes the match because he couldn't possibly overtake Spirit anymore. So we see Spirit wins round 1 with a free miss EOSD Reimu B over the 5 miss for Lau K Marissa.
Oscar got really unlucky with Doremi boss fight.
Yeah, it's impossible, man. Doremi is a very hard boss. Well, there are some people who would argue whether it is Kagero or Doremi, but the thing is, it's also very easy to chain death. Everything about Doremi is so complicated.
Let's point out here, he did LNN the entire game, apart from Doremi, and Eagle Sugar as well.
Yellen the entire game bar Dorami. That's wrong, isn't it? I thought he'd missed before Dorami, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he
No, no, no.
there as well. Yep. But apart from those, yeah, like that was that just shows how rough these games can be sometimes. Like just a few like a small train wreck there, and all of a sudden, like in this one credit format, can be very hard to recover. Of course, that was a very hard fought win for Spirit there. That was a very, very rough start against a kill. Very good cap on it. That right there could easily have had that gone poorly. Like I mean, had that been me, I would have missed a few times there probably, and then Oscar would have been back in it. But we still got another match coming up here in a little while.
It's very hard because let's say that Spirit did miss on Gensoku. It would have been 4 miss, and then Oscar he would have a reason to play stage 6. But stage 6 on Loke is also so harsh. The deck was just stacked against him in this round.
You know, with players of this caliber, though, anything can happen. We saw several Junko elements from Oscar in the earlier brackets here, so it definitely it's not over till it's over.
Yes, Oscar got a really clutch Junko element in the match against me.
Okay. I believe that for now it's time for us to let the players rest. We will see you on round 2. Okay, time for round 2. We have the same 2 shot types. Reimu B, EOSD for Spirit, and Loke Marissa on Oscar. Let's go! Not much to say right now on either end of the stream, but LOL-K Stage 1 is a much rougher stage than USD Stage 1 for sure. This might be easiest versus hardest Stage 1 even.
Definitely, yeah. And Stage 1, Chapter 2 here for Oscar is known for being a little bit inconsistent. He got through it last credit. Hopefully, this is going fine. That's good.
Yeah, LOL-K Stage 1, if you let the wrong enemies live, which Marisa especially has a hard time with, things go wrong fast.
This game was very much designed for homing, and Marisa just lacks that, so she does have a very rough time on some stage sections.
Yeah, USD Stage 1 can also kind of be the same. If you let too many enemies live, this gets awkward, but I said awkward, not hard.
Yeah, it just takes it from easiest Stage 1. I think that probably goes to IN.
Yeah, I agree. IN Stage 1's very easy.
Either way, like, it goes from a very easy Stage 1 to a damn medium, I guess, if you do things wrong, while LOL-K goes from hard to, oops, I guess that was a miss.
Yeah, but don't be mistaken, viewers. USD might have one of the easiest early games in the series, but trust me, the late game absolutely makes up for it. More than makes up for it.
Oh yeah, late game USD is perhaps the most anything can happen section of any Touhou game.
Let's see if luck and skill is on both of these players' sides. Hopefully no big surprises here on demarcation. Don't get demarcated. Oh wow, why do you do that?
A little bit tight.
Okay then, I guess he almost threw for content. Little jump scare for content.
Oscar going into Seiran here. Very difficult Stage 1 boss. Hopefully Eagle Shooter goes okay this time. We did see a miss to the last credit.
Whoa, yeah. Well,
hopefully the Eagle does not shoot its target.
Yeah. But what do you... Are these safe spots that he's doing on non-1, is that optimal, or is he just doing his funny score strat on survival again?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty dangerous... It's a difficult strat. I think it's a lot harder than doing it normally.
It's probably a little of both. Like, because Oscar does score this game, he's comfortable with a lot of scoring strats, and if that feels safer than the more standard approach, then no reason not to go for it, right?
Absolutely, especially because at a high level, a lot of those strats do get consistent. Like, I mean, I haven't seen... He hasn't died to it yet, at least, so...
Yeah, here's hoping that we get score Vival LNN here out of Oscar. That would be legendary in this setting.
Heron Graze, especially, just is one of the funniest things to see done in a survival run.
Let's hope it doesn't bite him in the rear end.
Oh yeah, also...
Oh no!
Where did it gone?
Oh my goddamn!
Wow!
Why?
That was definitely, that was a misinput.
You can see the frustration there.
Let's again just hope that Oscar can regain his confidence in time for Ringo.
Oh yeah, since I wasn't here for the previous credit, hi, I'm IHNN. You already know the other two commentators here.
So already we're seeing the misgap narrow a little bit here. One Mr. Oscar and Spirit would be in the lead again. Which is it's a scary position to be in for LOL-K early game, because there are definitely a lot of very challenging patterns here. Not so much in this stage section, but...
A big difference between LOL-K and USD as far as difficulty goes. The early game being far more prominent here, rather than USD, where yeah, you can and will die to USD early game, but mostly out of accidents, not because you actually got, you know, destroyed by the bosses here. This is a much more threatening early game, and it kind of manifests on the late game too. If you die here, it can really destroy your kind of mental momentum. You always have that miss on the back of your mind. But like I said at the start of the match, these are razor sharp players. I'm sure that Oscar can regain his confidence after this.
I think Oscar's just played enough that he knows this kind of thing just happens and can just roll with it. But yeah, to the point, the average LOL-K credit probably doesn't like, I don't know, what would you say, like half of credits probably don't make it out of Darmy? Well, you could say most EOSD credits will make it to mailing, and a lot of credits that make it to mailing will make it out alive.
Yeah,
No, yep. Dorming on one alone has a very, very high kill rate, even at LNM level.
Yeah, like Ringo is also no pushover as well.
Oh, definitely, yep. Lunacept gets very mean.
And the nons. Oh no, Spirit, come on, that's not the place. Yikes.
I was a little bit tight at the end.
That one bullet.
Okay, is it time for Ringo? Is it here or the
yes.
next chapter?
It's time
Ringo.
For
This
okay, not one fully static, so should hopefully be okay.
oh,
Non-2 is where the fight starts.
Does Dormy count as early game?
Yeah, Dormy's probably the very end of early game. Stage 4 is
Dormy's
probably
mid-game, I think.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah, mid-game.
I feel like you can say that LOL-K mid-game is like Dormy up until Clownpiece shows up. And then you hit the end game, and the end game's just brutal.
Stage 4 is a bit of a breather, which is LOL-K desperately needs.
Yeah, can you imagine like LOL-K if Stage 4 was as bad as it was in some of these other games? Like, replace Sagame with Ben, and you have probably one of the worst games in the series for difficulty.
Please no.
USD after books kinda doesn't relent. Yeah, sure, stage 5 is easy, but stage 5 is also incredibly short. It's not much of a break.
Yeah, that's the one mercy about EOSD here. The endgame may be packed with dangers, but it is densely packed with dangers. They come one after another, and then you're done.
Yeah. Stage 5 being easy would probably be more meaningful if it wasn't like less than 2 minutes long.
Oscar coming up on Lunacept here. We'll see how this goes. He did cap it last time. He's definitely very, very good at it. See how it goes here.
Yeah. And do remember, viewers, Oscar is still technically on the lead here because of his shot type advantage. Well, or disadvantage, one could argue.
Is it clean first wave? That's like very... Oh yeah, Marissa kind of skips the second part of that.
Yeah,
Very
Marissa
good.
1.5 is crazy.
Sorry, IHNN. Yeah, I only saw it just now. IHNN is people. I think IHNN is also a great commentator. I love your voice, man.
All right, I'll take it.
Don't worry, I'm not just flattering you because I forgot to introduce you. I do generally like your voice, so this is the best commentary. Ooh!
Yeah, this is the No Europeans Allowed commentary booth, right?
Wait, are we all from the West?
I believe so.
Help!
The voices in our heads are saying help.
Help.
Oh, that's not in your head. That's in everyone's. I unmuted for that once.
Okay, George, are you going to commentate about this RNG piece of garbage here on Spirit Screen then?
No.
What is it? Oh, Oscar and Dormy on one. Oh no, sorry, Midnight. Okay, I was like, how did that come so quickly?
Yeah, Midnight's
So little
not
damage on
scary.
failing though.
Yeah, Midnight is okay. Mid spell as well. Shouldn't see anything.
Okay,
there.
optimal non-free positioning at least. Shouldn't. No big surprises ought to happen here, but now he's up to mailing semifinal. Absolutely a spell to be respected.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff in EOSD that's usually considered not particularly threatening, if you don't respect it, it can and will kill you if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, absolutely correct you are. This too. Don't underestimate this either.
Yeah, even if it's like a 90-95% pattern, that still leaves a decent chunk where something will go funny. Nothing happened
Great.
here, so NN to stage 4. as we like
LNN
to
to
see.
stage 4.
Oscar meanwhile going into Dormy on one in a little while here. Hopefully this
Just
goes a
like
little bit
last
better than
time.
last credit.
Oscar is about to enter the absolutely rough part of the game.
Yeah, are we gonna have books and Dorming on one?
Yeah, I think they happen at the same
They
time. Yeah.
synchronize,
Oh
yeah.
no.
We
saw him miss to both at roughly the same time last match.
Okay, the calm before the storm for both players.
We'll see if Oscar pauses again. If he's like checking the score or anything, then that might pad it out a little bit so we can get through books first. Oh no, okay, straight into it now.
Books and non-1! What will happen? Oh god, we can't, I saw, sorry,
non-1 first at least.
Yep,
I don't have a laser, guys, I can't look at both.
That's okay movement. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's a good armor.
That's a very clean non-1.
That's books cap!
And a very clean books too.
Cap.
Wow.
It's interesting. They both died to those patterns last game, and they both capped them this one.
It's fate.
Better movement from Zarmy here. He was
died here. Let's not do anything funny, please.
Oh, he won't die to this spell again. But it's the non you have to worry about, and this time her movement was good, so much better chances here.
The spell one is more precise than it might look.
Oh, definitely, yep. But at this level, it's definitely not something you'd expect to see. Well, certainly not 2 deaths on anyway. Mistakes do happen, though. Oh, this okay. That was a little bit scary.
Okay, Oscar, be careful there. Don't want to trip over and fall on your own shoelaces.
But the slow graze, the points. you get bonus TFO points for scoring high, right?
If he gets the score revival LNN, well, he won't get it. Sorry, no
Touhou. Score revival, 1 miss to lunatic gun. Is that more or less of a meme than 1 miss to demarcation, do you think?
1 miss to demarcation would be a nightmare.
Okay. I think with this shot type, it probably would be more of a meme. But still, it's understandable in this one. I should mean.
Yeah, like this is the format where funny meme runs can happen.
I don't like the I don't like the damage here that Spirit did, but sure, yeah, it worked out. Now time for Patchouli.
Yeah, Oscar escapes Dorami with no misses. You love to see it.
Unscathed.
He's still in the lead into stage 4 now.
I think even though Marisa stage 5 and Junko are huge threats, I think that's advantage pretty cleanly to Oscar just for getting out of stage 3 intact.
Definitely, yep. That is definitely one of LoL's most challenging sections gone now.
Yeah, but do consider the fact that he got here on a 1 miss space against Spirit's no miss space does mean that the ball is on his court to not screw up here on stage 4.
Yeah, but it's also on Spirit to not to keep that pace alive through Cassidy and Sakuya and Vermilia. Like, that's a tall order.
Either way.
It's a tall order. 2 of the hardest games in the series here, side to side. This is a slow non-2, but sure, as long as you're safe, man. Oh,
that was a little bit scary, but got through it okay.
Respect Greenstorm here, guys. Nothing terrible so far. It should be a KO. Good.
Rainbow B kills that so fast.
I was gonna say, it ends very quickly.
Here's one of the world's most awkward spells ever developed. Bubble hitboxes at some of their jankiest.
One thing to notice is that I believe the USD hitboxes are mostly square, so a lot of these are
entirely square, I believe.
All of them are square until TD, stroke, double spoiler, stroke, GFW.
Wait, really? Until TD? Huh.
Until double spoiler, if you want to be a little more technical about it. You can really feel that on the jelly beans on that one EQ spell.
Yeah.
Interesting. I had no idea I answered square as well.
The first main line to have round boxes was TD, but the first Alan Animal game was GFW.
Yeah, the thing about EOSD hitboxes is that they're just generally large. And the bubbles, as everybody knows, are especially bad.
Yeah, to put some more accurate statements to that. USD hitboxes, a lot of them are pretty small, are about as small as you would expect. But the key bullets, oh, nice Pachi LNN and great Megalith from Spirit.
That's ace to stage 5.
Yeah, so the key bullets on USD are all in fact very large, and USD uses copious amounts of them on the late game. There's kind of, you know, a hierarchy of bullets that you see on USD. The deeper you go into the game, what the hell happened?
Non-one.
What?
The random deaths can just happen.
Yeah,
Wow,
it is
I
a
would
very
not
long
have
game as
expected
well.
Sakame non-1. I was going to say Sakame is usually pretty straightforward, but apparently...
Man, this, like I said, LNN stage 4 here for Oscar was probably not optional, actually. That's a miss to a
the
wall
wall
Spirit.
fairy.
Why did you do it like this?
Yeah, that is the risk of letting the left wall fairy live. You just get walled in the corner.
Yeah,
And so those misses kind of just cancel each other out.
I guess so. Like I was about to say, LNN stage 4 for Oscar is probably not optional. Stage 5 and 6 are so rough here. It's
But because
not
they're
that
so
I doubt
rough,
Oscar's
they end
skill
up
for a
being
second, but
so
it's hard.
practiced.
Yeah, that's true. These are definitely the sections that you spend the longest on. Granted, as a scoring player, Oscar would have quite a lot of practice on everything.
Yeah,
Certainly
absolutely.
these stage 4 is scary in scoring as well sometimes.
Oscar is not just the super player, he is the Oscar player.
Marisa's damage output is just stupid sometimes.
Oh yeah, she absolutely destroys bosses in this game. That's a genuinely great advantage that she has. It's mostly just because this game is just so not homing not forward focus friendly actually. Okay, Sakuya on 1. Let's go gambling.
Yeah, speaking of walls,
Oh, that was
That was
a
almost
go
a wall.
gambling. Oh!
really nice reads in the corner there. Should
That's
dodge
a
before
1.5
anything
wave.
dangerous happens.
No. Oh my god, that's
Sakuya ran away.
Almost full 2 waves there. Okay, now both players, there is no escape R especially. This is the hardest part of the game for both players.
Non-2 for Sakuya in the center is a little scary, but it looks fine.
Good.
There we go.
But
Yeah,
I also
Sakuya
would
just doesn't
recommend
let
not
up from there.
underestimating non-3.
Yeah, non-3 is probably second easiest after spell 1, but it's a bit scary at
can
high rank
kill
still.
You
Yeah.
need to be careful. Real Winter, which sadly got eliminated earlier today, he recently got a Remobiel and then this game. And he had a lot of pace losses to this. Killing Doll!
Killing Doll is just evil, complete evil.
It's good so far, though. Left, far left. Come on.
You're right, Confi, something real interesting is going on. It's TSO!
Ah, no! Great Sakuya and then from Spirit. Now
That was a good
that's
read.
really gonna put him ahead.
That puts the pressure back on Oscar to deliver during... At this point, this is where Marisa suffers the most.
This section
Definitely.
before, we did see a miss to it in one of Oscar's earlier games. In fact, it was a 1 miss to this
Yeah,
section.
it was a 1 miss to this.
Are we going to see another blue string death? Perhaps this is so hard.
This is good so
No,
far.
I think Oscar has changed his approach a little bit. Like, stall a little more on the left and like have more room to stream, just to avoid the scary ending.
Unable to get to the second fairy there. This could make this section a little bit scarier.
let's direct our attention to the worst non in the series.
That's unfortunate.
Oscar, please.
Three Fairies death. That was tight, though. That was a very, very, very tight
That was
cluster.
a really awkward star angle adjustment.
This is so hard too. Oh, this is so.
Two very fast Family sections at the same time.
Oh my
Oscar and Laser
god.
Hell right now.
This match is so balanced, and both players are. Oh, there's
Is that
nothing.
another laser?
No!
Just at the
very
end.
end.
Not like this. It was the last
So
laser.
unfortunate.
That's Marisa stage 4.
Okay, my friends,
Stage
do
five,
tell me
sorry.
straight. Can he get full power before Clown Piece?
Oh,
he's
yes.
at full
Yes,
power.
absolutely.
He's already there. Stage 5 drops so
YDL.
much power.
YDL can be ridiculous sometimes, but the spell is decently consistent at the level at which Spirit plays. Good.
Oscar on Minefield here. Another very scary section. That's looking
Spirit.
pretty clean.
Spirit is on such a solid run right now. The ball is absolutely on Oscar's court here to run it all the way back on Clown Piece, Rain, and Junko.
Oscar needs to hold it together for the rest of the game and hope for Remilia to build some walls.
Yeah. Remilia the Bricklayer. Here's the bricklaying spell of all time.
And that
Here's
looks
a
like a
nice brick
good
wall
read
right
ahead.
here. Nice, excellent, perfect textbook handling from Panthon here.
Yeah, that looks like a cap.
Should be, yes, good. I know better than to call runs before they're over, but Spirit here is on such a solid base.
It's entirely possible to get like a 1 miss Meister and then 2 miss Gensokyo. So it's not likely, but that kind of thing can happen.
Yeah, it's not likely, but we'll see. Well, I discussed
Oh.
that's a miss to Oscar. Oh, no.
Clown on
Unfortunate.
2, that.
No, and that's a
But
miss to
Meister
Meister.
claims it
That's
that too.
more understandable. Sadly, for Oscar, that Spirit could afford this miss.
That's 3 miss to 5 now.
This is looking like a double miss to Meister. Barely not. That was almost a timeout even.
Or 2 miss, sorry.
I can see some pressure here on Spirit's hand because he didn't take the screen cancel later. That shows some lack of confidence to me. But
Yeah, Remilia's life bar is getting pretty low. I think this is going to be 2 extremely strong EOSD runs taking it.
We're definitely, I think, out of 2 missed territory on this spell card now, which should pretty easily secure
Yeah.
this is the final wave. And it is a 2
That is-
miss.
that is
2-0 for
back-to-back
Spiritual
upset.
Panthon.
Back-to-back upsets from Panthon here, or from Spirit here.
Spiritual Panthon wins. Wow. Wow! This did not go how I expected at all. I expected a very tight game 3, but this is a very clean 2-0 for Spirit.
Yeah, this really shows the danger of picking the very, very hard shots.
We will see the logistics of how this match will proceed, if Oscar will finish this credit or not. But sadly, it is over for him. Oscar forfeits. Spiritual Panthon wins 2-0. What do you guys think of this result? I did not actually genuinely expect it to go like this. IHNN, you first.
It's like,
It's definitely,
What do you
definitely quite the upset, yeah. But very impressive performance from both players. We got very unfortunate. That first Dormy from Oscar there was very was just very unfortunate. The bad non-1, the terrible movement for Dorami not to. There's a lot of kind of the card stack against him a little, but very, very insane performance from Spirit there. Like we saw 2 very impressive Scarlet Gensuko caps, especially that first one was very, very, very rough. Still got through it very well though.
Amazing save on the Scarlet Meister on the second run there. It could have very easily been a double miss. IHNN, what do you think?
I think that was a pretty ridiculous match. Really crazy showcase of everything that can happen in these games.
I just have one thing to say. Benny reigns supreme.
Many players, and also, of course, you guys didn't think I was going to miss the opportunity, right? Brazil advancing.
But I do want to say that was still an amazing performance from Oscar. Like, still, do not write off just being 4 or 5 misclearing, not clearing, but getting these paces into Loki in the first place. It's wow, EOSD 2 miss twice in a row. That's hard. That's just hard to beat. Also, hello Oscar, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi. I guess I'm alright. That was definitely not the best.
It is not the end for you, of course. This was the of course the upper bracket. So you're not out of the tournament.
Yeah, I just need to be antidote.
Oh yeah, I
the 0-0. Like,
what does it say, Laura?
We will see the Oscar Spirit run back on the grand finals, believe me.
Anyway, where it's fixed. I don't know. I still have that over from the when I finished groups. There you go. Now it shows the rounding in the results screen. My bad. But yeah, Spiritual Pantheon, Spirit will also be joining us for an interview. But yeah, those credits just kind of train wrecked. Sometimes that happens in LoL, I figure.
Yeah, I don't think it helped that both of them died on stage 1.
Yeah, that's
I was a teeny bit tilted after that, but whatever.
That's the tilt sometimes. I mean, stage 1, you gotta live with that, right? And this is the tournament, right? If you gotta play something... I'm gonna say, if you're gonna play something crazy like LoL Marisa, you do have to, accept that you might die in stage 1.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you don't game over.
Really on stage 1, whatever.
Hello, Spiritual Pantheon. GG's on continuing the upsets. That is now... What is that? Hold on, let me look this up. Seed 8 now in the winners finals. So, congratulations. Let me go get the VC display fixed as well. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Man, I really didn't expect. I really thought I would lose at least I thought I was gonna lose or win at least one. I really didn't expect it would be like this.
Well,
at all.
That's some crazy performance from the Spirit. So tell me, what were you thinking on that second Scarlet Meister? Because that was a very good handling, so you didn't double miss. Fall into an amazing Scarlet against Tokyo Cap. Tell me about that.
Actually, I think I'm pretty consistent on Scarlet against Tokyo. Actually, I'm usually pretty consistent and confident on SG.
Oh, that's great to hear. Let's hope that keeps up.
Yeah. Still, my deaths were really funny in both runs, I think.
Were they? I think they were relatively expected because it was what were the misses on the second run? I remember the first.
It was Wall Fairies. It was the Wall Fairies and Scarlet Meister.
Yeah, the Wall Fairies. Yeah, you should have seen my reaction.
Yeah, the Wall Fairies. That's an unfortunate death, really. You should... Okay, quick question now. Since you have died to that strategy now, will you be changing up your strategy? Or will you stick with that?
I'll probably change it. It's just I never really looked up how other people do that section. I just tried whatever tends to work. I don't really have the best strategy for that section.
You spawn killed them.
Yeah, there's enough time to kill all of them as they come in and not have to deal with basically any bullets, especially Raymubi with the shotgun.
Yeah, I definitely saw that this run.
I'm kidding, I can't teach you anything.
Well, I really like the practice runs I was doing earlier. Like none of them got like 2 miss or anything. I got actually like 2 6 misses while trying. I guess I just got buffed wrong tournament or something.
Yeah, tournament buff.
I was kind of the opposite. I had two misses earlier in practice today, but then exactly these ones, it was a bit worse.
Oh, that's a shit, Oscar. I'm sad that we did not get to see you play Junko today. That would have been great.
Yeah, but Block A is a really rough game overall. Like, it's understandable too.
Well. That was certainly a match. Holy fuck! I did not in my wildest dreams would have expected a 2-0. I was kind of in my mind. I was thinking maybe 2-1 for Spirit if it goes really well. But damn, I did not expect you to 2-0 Oscar. That's an insane performance.
Yeah, thanks. I'm surprised myself, honestly. I'm really happy about this.
Don't worry, Oscar is down, but not out.
Yeah,
it's him and the Dodge next, right?
Yep. So if I can get up the, give me a second. I will get the entire bracket up now because we have all the matches set now. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, if we get the bracket up, we can see. Here's how Oscar can still win.
Okay, that's a funny one. It's a funny one. I approve. Here you go. We have the bracket here now. So, and also, I don't know if you can see the text. It might be too small on screen, but we have a tentative schedule for. Oh, I probably mispronounced it. For tentative, is that the name? Tentative. I always mispronounce that. We have a very. Again, some of these are not yet 100% confirmed. They're just within the availability that people said. So, assuming everything works out tomorrow, we will have Altair versus Maki at 8 a.m. Tomorrow. So there's some early morning matches tomorrow. I am looking forward to possibly having the solo commit in one of them. That may happen. And Oscar, if it works out for you, 10 a.m. tomorrow, but there's also possibly a slot. So this match may also happen after Sunday TRS. That we'll figure that out tomorrow. Adadoge will 100% be asicking that match because Adadoge is completely unavailable tomorrow. In fact, Adadoge, I believe, will be starting these credits like very soon because Adadoge wanted to watch this match and then do the credits. So good luck on those credits, Adadoge. And yeah, and then tomorrow the big one before Sunday TRS at noon. Holy crap, the first best of 5. You Spiritual Pantheon against Izumi. EOSD versus Iron. It's kind of like the retro matchup. Wow. So that's gonna be a possibly 3.5-hour stream. The way that works for those who haven't catched the early streams, so we talked about this yet, is that the time between credits will be 5 minutes by default. However, so one of them each, the Spirit from Hanfin and Izunozumi, can once, per the entire best of 5, extend that to 15 minutes instead of 5. To take, like, bathroom break, whatever, eating break, everything. And that can happen once for each player. So we'll likely see 2 of these extended breaks over the match. So that's gonna be interesting as well. But yeah, and then whoever wins this does not play the next Saturday, because the next Saturday we will have the lower bracket round 3 and round finals. Those are both best of 5s, by the way. That's also good. That's also crazy. Both 2 really long matches, and then we go based on, I do not know if this works, but if it works out skilling wise, I really hope we get to do a grand finals best of 7 with 3 credits each. That would be amazing if we can schedule it like in a way that like we do Sunday TRS in between as the break in quotation marks for the players. That would be so cool.
Well, let's hope to see that then, but that's very hard to... I mean, that's very hard for the players too, especially physically.
Yeah, but that is the goal, because the grand finals, at least in my opinion, that should be a best of, well, technically best of 6, because whoever goes into winners, whoever goes in there is starting up a credit, and Spirit from Pantheon, you have a chance tomorrow to make it in the grand finals. Don't waste it.
It'll be tough to outperform Izunozumi here. It seems that they're going to choose their shot type to have the best advantage possible against yours.
Well, I will try my best. I'll see what I can do. I just want to get the furthest I can possibly can. Yeah.
Alright, and one big last warning that I'm going to put on the final screen, because this is kind of like just a public PSA as well. Tomorrow, as I said, 8 a.m. Altair versus Maki, but we go into out of summertime Europe. Just a fair warning, everyone. There may be time zone confusions, everyone. Make sure your clock switches. This night, we're switching out of summertime in Europe. So, yeah, make sure your clock switch properly. We are changing our clocks back, so there's gonna be an hour repeated. So everyone gets an hour more sleep, which is great for me because holy fuck, am I gonna need sleep for tomorrow? Time zones are fun. But yeah, this tournament is crazy. This part I just want to say is like, what the is going on? Like, okay, cool, just like EOSD2 missed twice in a row, cool.
Just like that, yeah.
Twice in a row.
I am single-handedly accelerating the 20XX timeline. Let's go by dropping this format. All right, I don't really have much else to say on my end as well. So, if there's any final thoughts from the other 5 in the call here,
What do you guys say?
Brazil wins again.
Brazil! Pa 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 pa.
all right.
I love how much different game representation there is still at this point.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's not just dominated by 1 or 2 games.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a shame to lose one of DDC and LOL-K in losers next time.
Well, we are losing one of us because Oscar is playing against Adadoge.
I know. But
That
that's why
is-
it's a shame that we will
Yeah,
be.
that is a crazy match too. That is seed 1 against seed in the lower bracket, by the way. How did that happen? Wait, what?
Oh, right.
Can
Spirit.
we talk about this? Hold on, I'm switching back. Can we talk about this for a second? Oscar, actually no, not seed 1. My bad. But like Oscar against Adadoge in the lower bracket. Wait, what?
Both sent there by the same person.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
He's
The
the top
Reaper.
player's
The
player.
Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper right here.
He's in Nozomi, your time is next.
Yeah.
Dude, someone needs to make that like Reaper meme right now with like Spiritual Pantheon's profile picture. I might get on that after the stream. Might get on that.
Like, it's like it's a beat 'em up and he's going boss to boss, defeating them all.
I mean, if Benny wins us all, I'm gonna be a very happy person. But there's so many other people that can still win us. We are down to 6 players. Tomorrow it'll be 4, and then we'll figure it all out on the last weekend. So I would say at this point, I will start the raid here to Segoto. Segoto's still live at this point, I believe. Yep, playing some Wily Beast. Nice. And well, we will see you all tomorrow, hopefully 8 a.m. Again, there are some times in there I'm not confirmed with the players yet on the schedule, so there may be like short-term changes, possibly even worst case scenario, a double A thing that gets broadcasted on Monday instead. Worst case scenario, but by Monday we'll have this all done. This is kind of what happens when you try to accelerate the schedule to 2 weekends for 4 rounds of a tournament. But I would say, let's say goodbye here. Let's wait over to Sigerto, and we will see you all tomorrow early morning, 8 a.m. And you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And in 1 hour, 20 minutes, Touhou Replay Showcase. So, catch you all around. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tchau. Até a próxima.